Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the captain.
And welcome to Chappers Screamer Shack, where we're going to play
Screamer or Weener.
It's up to the captain to decide which of my beautiful cornucopia of Screamer clones I have is his fave. Now, you can't see them, can you?
No, because whilst I was absent and Rob, Joss and Chris were collecting pedals, they built this all I can say was that the Russians, maybe the Chinese,
any culture.
Donald Trump would be proud to have something like this.
Yes, it's the holy erection of Screamer tone, and we have a myriad number of these beautiful pedals because you know what? It's probably the most cloned pedal on Earth.
The Clon and the Tubescreamer.
Oh, there's a new pedal. What is it? It's a modified Tubescreamer. How many times have you heard that? I've heard it a lot.
I'm not even entirely sure if that's because there are only, a handful of different circuits that you can make a distortion pedal from. But what we're talking about, and we're not talking about a Tubescreamer being used in front of a super gun-driven amplifier to give it that kind of tightened genty tone. We're really talking about using a Tubescreamer over some fairly cleany, sort of raspy, fendery tones to just give me a kind of a bluesy tone, like a driven lead tone, that I like.
Driven lead tone. Could we hear your bedrock tone, please, Lee?
You could. And I should say as well, I have no idea which pedals have been chosen behind here. I simply know that, from what I understand, is they have chosen a selection of price points. So there should be some cheap stuff, some dear stuff in there. That's all I know.
9 of them.
9. Okay, so I am using and falling in love with this amplifier every time I play it. The new Fender Hot Rod Deluxe Series 4. I've got 3 basic tones. Nice clean. Little bit of hair and so that's my maximum gain setting out of this amplifier. The reverb and everything is coming from the amp, and we've just got whatever box of goodies Rob's got behind there.
In the Chap Shack.
Yes.
So let's start with unknown pedal number 1. It's all primed and ready to go. Would you like to start with a clean tone?
Yes. It's taken some of the brightness and the treble away. Let me just try this over a slightly driven tone. Can you turn the treble up a little bit?
Yes, I can.
And turn it off again. And on again. It sort of seems to be sucking some of the brightness out a little bit and a little bit of loss of level. I don't know if you can...
Well, I can turn the volume up.
Okay, turn the volume up a little
Volume's
bit.
up. Without.
It's so doing what I kind of thought it might. It's definitely taken some of the bottom end out, which sometimes I don't really like, but I guess if we're doing Tubescreamer demos, that they're all going to do that.
What should I ascribe as the holy number for this particular random pedal?
6.5.
Okay.
That probably was a Tubescreamer.
Should we call that 6.5 then?
6.5.
That's a good idea.
6.5.
Great actress.
Oh, perhaps I should stand by my amp. Stand by my amp.
Okay, everything is nooned. Are you ready?
Hang on then. So clean. Oh.
Oh wait, sorry. There you go.
Clean. Okay, do it. That definitely hasn't taken the bass end away. That is fat, and I like that. Let's try it over a slightly driven tone. It's a bit over the top over a driven tone on here, so we're going to stay with the clean tone.
You like it?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You know, different. I liked the fatness until I went to like the bridge pickup and it sort of overloaded on the fatness. So I'm going to go with, although I probably think I could probably do something with that, tweak, you know, because I think if the fatness is there, you can take it away, but if it's not there, it's quite difficult to add it back. So I'm going to give that a 7.2.
Ooh, 7.2 for the random pedal of Screamer origin.
That I would say definitely wasn't Tubescreamery. That was more traditional gain pedally, I think. Hey. Okay, so pedal numero 3. Clean sound. Okay, do it.
You're on?
Yeah. Way less gain than the other ones, and a really nice kind of almost jazzy, bluesy kind of. I really like that. I'm going to try it with a bit of gain.
Would you like any more drive? Yeah.
Has it got a little bit more?
It's got a little bit more. Here you go, a little bit more of the...
Me likey. I'm going to give that one, in the interest of giving a little bit of space just in case there's a better one, I'm going to give that one a solid 9.
Ooh,
that sounded good.
Solid 9.
Good.
Wow.
Let's hope it's a really expensive one.
Let's hope it's not something really, really affordable and rubbish. Otherwise, that would be embarrassing. Harley. Okay.
Just turn it off again. And I've gone again. Wow, I mean, so again, not much gain, loss of treble, and a massive bass end boost for some reason. You know?
Would you like more gain and less bass?
Yes.
Okay, so less.
I don't even know what I'm playing. I've completely, I think it's thrown me. Bad tone, it's thrown me. No.
You don't like that, do you?
I don't really like that one.
You immediately
Too much.
did not.
You've got to be really
connect.
careful, I think, with this Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. There's so much bass end on tap anyway that if the pedal goes, here's some more, the amp just sort of goes, can't handle it anymore. Just hitting 17 miles per hour.
Like the holy scribe to a saying for this particular number?
5.
5.
Actually, I never really assess. I mean, 5 you would just go is just okay, isn't it? 5 out of 10. Okay.
Well,
we should give it a 1.
You know. All I want to know is Screamer or Weener?
Weener.
That one clearly was a Weener.
Weener.
Huh? Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Give us some clean. the Screamer or the Weener, you choose.
Turn it up a bit more. This is good, this is good. Probably man, I don't need more gain, so I can just do this, can't I?
So off and on it.
Yeah.
So here, off. Here it is on. Would you like any change in the EQ?
A little bit more treble.
A little bit more treble.
I like that quite a lot, but not as much as the one I really liked. So let's give that one 8.7.
Okay, let me just find it on my long... 8.7, you say?
Mm-hmm. Probably was my second favourite one so far. Although, as many of you have commented and pointed out in the comments section, the order in which these pedals are tried makes a big bearing, and my ability to kind of remember tone more than like one tone ago is really hard. So
more than one tone ago. I love the way that time has become written and recorded in audio.
Okay.
Just centralise this.
Centralise.
We're looking at this now. Are you ready? Nice and clean. Here comes the pedal.
Woo! Perhaps we'll turn that down.
Wow, that's going to be turned down.
Turn it back up again a bit. It's weird. Right, possibly great sound, but borderline unusable level thing going on there. Like on a clean sound, it smashes the level in.
Oh, yeah.
And then you put some gain sound on your amplifier and it kind of doesn't.
Because it's taking it into preamps, that's why.
Yeah, in the Niagaras.
Tricky one
I liked the tone over the clean tone. I didn't like the tone as much over the drive tone. Well, no, I quite like the tones. I just couldn't work out. It didn't make much sense to me as to why that level thing's doing that. So I'm going to give that one. It's like a diver that's dived off and everything looked really good, and then just as they hit the water, they messed it up a bit, made a bit of a splash. So they had some marks deducted.
Is it like a holy diver?
Yes. So I'm going to go with a 7.3. Would have been an 8.3 had that level thing not done that thing.
Right. back that volume down.
Literally, Chris has just had an eardrum perforated.
Chris doesn't exist.
Oh, I like it a lot. It's funky. It's got hardly any gain on it, but it's fattened it up. Very little gain. Let's try it with some distortion. Could that have a little less volume and a little more gain?
Yes, it could. Try that.
I like that too. I like that a lot. That's probably
Right.
I probably like that as much as I liked the other one. Might have to do a final shootout. Let's give that a 9 as well. So there are 2 tied for first place.
Okay, how exciting. Very exciting.
Was that the metal zone?
Here comes Screamer or Weener.
That's good too. Do you know what's happening now is they're all starting to sound a little bit similar, which might be ear fatigue, but I quite like that, but don't like it so much over a driven tone.
Would you like more gain or less volume or more volume?
Probably
or-
like maybe, let me just try it. Is it on? I don't know, because it kind of sounds like it needs more gain
All right.
over the clean tone, but like less gain over the driven tone. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's all right. That is all right, but probably not going to make it into my top 2, so...
What should the holy scribe of Screamer?
8.
Okay, 8.
Is there many more to go?
Just a few. Okay, Lee.
Yes.
Are you ready to witness some more?
Witness the fitness.
Screamer or Weener?
Screamer or Weener?
So here is the clean tone. Here is the Screamer or Weener.
Turn it off again. So basically, it's an expensive way of rolling your tone control down by 1 notch, is it?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't do anything.
I couldn't possibly. In case you weren't sure. Would you like more
Well, it
gain?
needs more of something.
Okay,
more
here's
gain, more treble.
More gain and more. Okay, try now.
Okay, that just sounds like a boost to me. So let's put it on a distortion channel. I really like it as a boost over a dirty sound. It's got that sort of violin-y kind of... Turn it off, please. Yeah, if all I wanted was a straight boost to go over that driven tone, I would use that, but it doesn't sound even remotely screamerish, so let's chuck it in the Weener pile, give it a... Well, I don't know, like as a...
What am I giving it?
I'm gonna give it a 5 again, but that's because it did one thing as like an 8 and another thing as like a 2.
Okay.
And the in-between bit was a 5.
Okay, interesting. So, we have one pedal left.
Great.
Lee, are you excited?
I am excited, especially as I'm hoping that when I hit the note, it's gonna go...
So, we're rocking with this. Ready?
I should be getting a noise. Yes.
Here comes the Screamer or Weener.
Oops. Oh, it's got a lovely, it's got a slightly cocked wah kind of sound to it, but in a way I like. Oh! Oh, sorry, playing went to a bit of shot there, but that's really nice.
Do you want more or less of anything?
I don't really, I mean... Not really. Maybe a tad more gain just to see what it can do.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, now we've ruined the distortion sound, so just take the gain back down a little bit, but that was great. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna give that one a 9 as well.
Oh,
if for no reason other than so that what I'd like you to do is literally line up the 3 pedals that I gave a 9 to.
Yep.
With like, you know, patch cables, and just go 1, 2, 3, boo, boo, and I'll go, that's my favourite one. Okay. The end.
Not a problem.
But I would use all 3 of these pedals every day with this amplifier because they sounded fab.
So we've got 3 pedals. Here comes number 1. Are you ready? Here is number 2.
Okay, number 3. just do between 2 and 3?
So here's number 2.
2. And number 3.
Here's 3.
2 is a little quieter.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I'll turn 2 up. So here comes 2 again.
You know what? I can't tell any difference between those two, so I'm going to put the distortion sound on and see if that separates them. So, number 2, please. Number 3. There is a gnat's whisker between the two of those, but I'm going to say number 3.
Okay, interesting. So, I think it's time for a reveal.
Yay!
We're going to do this in an interesting way, Lee. I've just made
Okay.
a decision. We're going to start with your least favourite of all of them. Well,
Sorry in advance to the individual or company that probably spent months trying to hone this tone down. I'm sure you're wonderful people. If I've met you, I'm sorry. Please don't punch me next time.
coming in at a 5, these two, jointly.
The J-Rocket Blue Note, which I don't think I've ever played before, and the Moa Green Mile, which I have played and didn't like. So there we go.
And coming in at 6.5, the East River Drive.
Wow, another one, which to be totally honest with you, I'm not entirely sure I've ever played. That's really, I'm glad you're choosing all these pedals that I've never really played before. But yes, I don't massively recall, apart from like absolute classics like the Big Muff. I'm not a massive Electro-Harmonix fan of drive pedals, but there we are.
So we're going from the bottom up
Yeah,
gradually.
I get that.
So, and then the next pedal... that
So hang on, let me just do it. So let's do it in order. So here we go.
Yeah. Then with a 7.2...
That's a good score.
...was the Friday.
The Friday Club, there we go. I'm not even sure if these aren't in the sale at the moment because they haven't sold terribly well. There we go, maybe they will now. I'll take them out the sale, put the price back up. The Green Menace, another one. Never tried that before.
Followed by, with 7.3...
Oh, just a little snidget.
Cafe Lime.
Cafe Lime. Now again, this is
That
a weird
was the
one.
one that you said the level was really loud on the clean,
Yeah.
and then kind of ordinary on the dirt.
Do you know what? I didn't like this pedal when I first tried it, and then Pete Honore did a video of it and made it sound amazing. So I kind of thought, oh, maybe I should revisit that one day. There you go, good pedal. That's only 40 quid.
Yes. In at 8, number 8.
So everything here, really. 8 and above is always a good score, I think, isn't it? Wow. Well, there we go. So at least I've chosen an expensive one.
Yeah.
Yes, Free the Tone, Overdrive, that's bound to be the thick end of 300 quid or
That
something,
is
isn't it?
287 quid,
Yeah.
mate.
Whoa. So let's step these back now. In fact,
that one was at 8.
Let's put these in behind.
Yeah,
So
I like this. This is great.
this is great, isn't it?
Chapper Scream Shack getting lined up. 8.7. Clarkdale.
Well, I should like that.
Wham play.
Because that should be exactly the kind of tone that I like that Brian Wampler's trying to design. So that's good. Clarksdale is a good pedal.
Good. Then there are the 3 remaining.
The 3 9s. But in that case, then these can go like this.
Of the
and
3 9s, I'm going to leave off the one that you've chosen to be your favourite, and I'm going to show you. You might want to turn your amp off.
I've done that.
The one I think you least preferred
Yes.
was Little Green Wonder.
Oh, wow.
Professor.
Another one that I've not tried before. My goodness. And this is the problem. For customers of the store at Andertons, you will know that the reason I haven't tried all the drive pedals is that there's about
A gazillion.
5 or 6 meters worth of floor-to-ceiling pedals in a cabinet.
Yes.
And people come in and they go, so which, what's your favourite kind of drive pedal out of here? And I'm just going, man, there's about 500 in here. I mean, I don't know. Just choose a colour you like.
Next up is the one that you originally really, really, really liked.
Yeah.
And then it was just nipped at the post
Just nipped
by
at
another
the
one.
post.
So the one that was just nipped, but you really, really liked.
What is this? How can it be bad?
It can't be. is the original, and in my opinion, the best.
And actually, it's not even the one that I like the best, because I like the 808
Yeah.
better than the TS9.
And the one that you preferred above all of them is the Maxon.
How weird. Which, of course, legend has it, although this is the true tube overdrive.
Yes, it's the true tube one.
Which I've never tried either.
Right.
And that actually has got, it's not a new tube, which is that thing. It's an actual tube, and I know a little bit about this because I've been talking to a couple of designers about this. That we all know of tubes as basically what you've traditionally seen as power tubes, EL34, 606s, all that kind of stuff, 6V6s. And then we only really know one preamp tube, and that's the 12AX7 or variants of the AX7, like the AT7 and the AU7, but they're all basically in the same housing. And there are like hundreds of other valves, from like even bigger ones to tiny weeny ones, that never really get used in audio devices.
Right.
That manufacturers now are going, oh, I might just revisit that and see if it does work in an audio device. So this, I couldn't even tell you what it is, but it's not even like, it's smaller than the end of my little finger. Now, if you don't know who Maxon are the company who used to make all of the old Tubescreamers for Ibanez when they used to OEM them out to Japan.
You know what I love? Trust Captain to sniff out the one valve in the 10 pedals we bought to him.
Do you know what? I mean, and funnily enough, we said this, we was talking about this over lunch, and the resurgence of the Tubescreamer in the last maybe 2 or 3 years is entirely because there are too many clones nowadays.
Yeah.
So, you go back 20 years, or maybe even more, 20 or 30 years, and it was like you wanted a Tubescreamer, you bought an Ibanez one, that was the only one you could have. And then, everybody and his dog went, oh, I'll do a modded up Tubescreamer. People like Keeley would start by actually having a Tubescreamer and just doing a mod.
I actually wanted to get you a Keeley one, but you didn't have any in store.
Yeah, I expect we sold it. Well, Keeley have now stopped doing modded, so they do their own one. I don't know if it's called Superfat, is it, or something like that? But anyway. And what's happened is the customer comes into Anderton and says, yeah, I'm kind of interested in getting a Tubescreamer kind of clone. What kind of stuff have you got? And the salesman goes, oh, here's the list. And it's a bit like the gag where the best man's speech at the father's speech at a wedding, where literally the speech comes out and literally it's like 700 pages long. He goes, here's the list of Tubescreamer clones that we do.
Yeah.
And then the customer goes, oh man, I can't be bothered to try all those. I'll just buy the actual Ibanez.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's happened. But interesting to actually go through it and then come out and go, my two favourite ones were basically the original Tubescreamer. Does somewhat, it's amazing.
It's good. So yeah, your least favourites were the Blue Note, the Green Mile, and the originals. So and this ranges from 287 quid for the free the time.
Oh yeah, what are those 3 pedals costing?
Well, so in at £205, which is the most expensive, is the TOD9.
This is this Maxon one, 20 what?
205 quid.
I didn't even know this existed. I've honestly never seen that pedal before in my life.
And now you do.
Great.
Thanks to yourself.
Yeah.
The Little Green Wonder, is that right, Joss? Little Green Wonder, is at 159.
Okay, 50 quid less.
And the Ibanez TS9 is only £103.
Wow.
So you could get 2 of them for that TD9.
Well, there you go. And look, I think the other thing as well to say with pedals, it's very much about the amp you own, the guitar you own, the kind of other pedals you want to stack it with, and of course, most importantly of all, what these do as to, and what these do to go, that's my favourite. So
yeah. Hands up, who wants a Chapper's Fuzz Shack next?
Oh, please. I wanted to do the Fuzz Shack with you. That's really bad sounding, isn't it?
It's a little old place where Lee can get his fuzz tone. I've been Rob Chapman.
And I've been the captain.
See you later.
Bye. This is a good guitar. Let me tell you a little story whilst Rob's doing this. If you've not seen this in a video before, you probably have in fairness. This is a Fender Custom Shop Strat from 2004.
Sorry, was that...
So unprofessional.
Sorry.
It was built as a replica of a 1954 Strat. And I bought it, and this is where you guys are going to cry. I bought it as a closet classic, which meant it had no relicking. It had just the tiniest bit of sort of patina, cracking on it. And then I just thought one day, you know what, I'm playing all these relic guitars, which I like way more than anything that isn't relic. So, out came the sandpaper.
Broken is best.
Yeah. And we just dinged it up. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.